Most people wake up every day with dreams, ambitions, and goals. They tell themselves they'll start tomorrow, next week, or next year. But here's the brutal truth. Most people will never succeed. Not because they're incapable, not because they lack intelligence, but because they refuse to take action. Success isn't reserved for the lucky or the gifted. It's reserved for those who are willing to suffer, sacrifice, and push through when everything in them screams to stop. Think about it. How many times have you told yourself, "I'll start going to the gym next Monday," or "I'll work on that business idea when the time is right"? But next Monday never comes, and the right time never arrives. It's always tomorrow, and tomorrow never exists. That's why most people fail. They live in a cycle of procrastination, waiting for motivation, hoping for the perfect moment, but never realizing that action creates momentum, not the other way around. Successful people, they don't wait. They don't overthink. They don't hesitate. They understand that the biggest enemy isn't the competition, the economy, or their circumstances. The biggest enemy is themselves, their own mind, their own fear, their own excuses. They take action despite fear. They push forward despite doubt. And that's what separates the winners from the losers. Look at your life right now. Be brutally honest. Are you where you want to be? Are you living the life you imagined for yourself 5 years ago? Or are you still making the same excuses, still wasting time, still hoping something will magically change? The truth is, no one is coming to save you. No one is going to hand you success. You have to take it. You have to demand it. Most people won't succeed because they lack discipline. They chase dopamine instead of results. They scroll for hours on social media. They binge watch shows. They waste time on meaningless distractions. They trade long-term success for short-term pleasure. They live for comfort rather than challenge. And that's why they stay stuck. Discipline isn't about feeling like doing something. It's about doing it regardless of how you feel. Successful people, they wake up and do what needs to be done, whether they feel like it or not. They train when they're tired. They work when they're uninspired. They push through discomfort because they know growth lives on the other side of pain. Another reason most people will never succeed? They fear failure. They fear judgment. They fear what others might think if they try and fail, so they don't even try. But what they don't realize is that failure is a requirement for success. Every successful person has failed, hundreds, thousands of times, but they didn't let failure define them. They let failure refine them. They learned, adapted, and kept moving forward. Most people are controlled by their environment. They surround themselves with people who don't push them, who don't challenge them, who don't hold them accountable. They settle for mediocrity because everyone around them is doing the same. But success requires breaking free from average. It requires surrounding yourself with people who are better than you, who push you to grow, who inspire you to level up. And let's be real, most people just don't want it bad enough. They say they do, but their actions tell a different story. They say they want success, but they don't want to wake up early. They say they want to be rich, but they're not willing to learn and invest. They say they want to be in great shape, but they won't put in the work at the gym. Success isn't about wanting it. It's about proving it every single day, through action, through discipline, through relentless effort. If you truly want success, you have to be willing to bleed for it. You have to be willing to suffer for it. You have to be willing to outwork, outlast, and outthink everyone around you. Most people will never succeed because they spend their time making excuses instead of making progress. They say, "I don't have time," but they have time to scroll endlessly through social media. They say, "I'm too tired," but they stay up all night watching pointless entertainment. They say, "I don't know where to start," but they never take the time to learn. The truth is, success doesn't care about your excuses. Life doesn't care about your excuses. Either you make it happen or you don't. Either you take control of your life or life controls you. And here's the hard truth. If you don't wake up now and start moving forward, you'll wake up one day full of regret, realizing you wasted your potential, realizing you wasted your one shot at life. Most people settle. They settle for a job they hate, for relationships that drain them, for a life that feels empty. They accept mediocrity because striving for greatness is uncomfortable. But comfort is a slow death. Comfort kills ambition. Comfort robs you of the life you were meant to live. Ask yourself, what do you want your life to look like in 5 years? Will you be proud of the choices you made today? Or will you look back and wish you had started sooner? Success isn't about one big decision. It's about the small choices you make every single day. Do you choose discipline over distraction? Do you choose action over excuses? Do you choose growth over comfort? Most people will never succeed because they never commit fully. They dip their toes in the water instead of diving in. They try instead of do. They put in half-hearted effort and wonder why they're getting half-hearted results. Success requires obsession. It requires an unstoppable drive, an unbreakable mindset, and a refusal to quit. So here's the question. Are you going to be like most people? Stuck, making excuses, waiting for the perfect time that will never come? Or are you going to be different? Are you going to decide right now that you will do whatever it takes, that you will commit, take action, and never stop until you reach your goals? Because the truth is, you have everything you need. You don't need more time. You don't need more motivation. You don't need more resources. You just need to start. Right now. Stop watching. Stop waiting. Go make it happen. Your future self is depending on you.